Hi, welcome to this tutorial on Introduction to CATIA V5. In this tutorials, we are going to see how to format CATIA V5, different workbenches in CATIA V5, how to customize the environment of CATIA V5, mouse button hotkeys. Let's begin. First, we will see how to open CATIA V5. There are two ways of opening it. First, you can see icon on your desktop. You can double click it, or you can go to a search bar and type CATIA. You will find CATIA V5 app icon and you can double click on it to open CATIA. This is user interface of CATIA V5. So now we will see how to format CATIA V5. In this we will be discussing only two parameters, that is the important parameters. One is setting the units and second is setting up the auto backup. To do this, click on tools, click on options. You will find this window popping up. On the left side you can see a menu. Click on parameters and measurement. Click on units. Now concentrate on length. The length should be always in millimeter. If it is not in millimeter, click on this box. You will find a drop down menu and click on millimeter. Similarly, click on mask and check out the unit. It should always be in kilogram. If it is not in kilogram, click on this box. You will see a drop down menu and you can change the units. This is very important to do every time you use CATIA on some other desktop. Let us say if you are using CATIA for giving a tool test, then it is mandatory for you to check these units. Sometimes the interviewer will check your basic knowledge. They may change these units and keep. So whenever you go for a tool test, it is mandatory that you should check this. Now click on displaying trail 0 to 6. We will see what is the benefit of this once we start modeling or sketching. The second point we are going to see is setting up auto backup. For this, click on General. Here you can see the automatic backup every 10 minutes. It may be 30 minutes in your system, it may be 40 minutes in your system. So it is important to have a automatic backup. You can change it to 5 minutes. Now what do you mean by auto backup? The auto backup means when you are using a CATIA, after every 5 minutes it is going to save your files automatically. Now this is going to give a lot of advantage. First, if your system crashes, you may lose all your data. Second, if you forget to save and there is a breakdown in electricity supply, your system may get switched off. In that case, you will not be able to get your data. So setting up auto backup is very important. No doubt it is going to consume some of your memory, but it is worthwhile to have an auto backup. Click on OK and all your settings are going to get saved. So let's see different workbenches in CATIA. To see the different workbenches, click on Start. If you place the mouse icon on a specific workbench, you can see the products in that specific workbench. For example, mechanical design. We can see different products in the workbench. Let us click one product. So every time you enter into a specific workbench, you will see different set of toolbars at the right side. Let's try another workbench. Assembly design. Now you can see the different toolbars on the right side. Let's try one more. Let's go to shape. Let's go to generative shape design. And we will see the toolbar has totally changed. So every workbench has a different product and each different products has a specific set of tools. So now let's see customizing environment of CATIA V5. For this, click on Tools, Options, Display, Visualization. Here we are going to do certain customization as per our requirement. You can change the background color, you can change the element color, you can change the edges color and certain parameters. Now let us try to change the background of CATIA V5. Let's select a black color and see how it looks. So it is a black, and you can see that it's a gradual decrease in the color. So that can also be removed. Let's go back. If you untick this graduated color background, you can see a solid color. Let's go back again. Tools, options. Let's try white background. Again, you can see it's completely white background. But it looks better with blue. So let's go back and select blue. Keep it as graduated background color. You can also change other elements. You can see you can change this to red. You can see here there is a change in color of elements. Similarly, you can try others also. But I prefer keeping the actual setting of CATIA, whatever default has been available in CATIA V5. Let's keep it and go ahead. Click OK. Now we will be talking about the toolbars. At the right side, you can see there are a lot of toolbars. We can pull it out. These toolbars are used during sketching, during modeling, during assembly, as per the workbench. Now by chance, if this get deleted and you are not able to get it back, there are two ways of getting it back. First, right click on this bar and you will find the toolbars. You can click it on it and you can get it. The easiest way is to go to customize, click on toolbars, restore all content, click OK, restore position, click OK. Now you will see all the toolbars are back to their positions. Click. Apart from this, you can see some of the toolbars that was previously deleted is also back to the position. So let's now talk about the use of mouse and different keys available in mouse. Before we start to use the mouse, let's download a file named CAD 1.1. Once you download it at a particular destination, open the file in CATIA. To open it, click on File, click on Open, go to the destination where the file is located or file is downloaded, click it on it and say Open. You will see the model getting open in CATIA V5. Now, before we start using mouse, we should know what are the keys available in mouse. So let's see the image of mouse. The left key or the left button, we will name it as 1. The central button and the roller, it is named as 2. The central button has two functions. One, it can roll and it can click. The right side button, we will call it as 3. So I repeat it. Left click, we will call it as button 1. The central roller, we will call it as 2. The right click, we will call it as 3. Now we will see how to move the part or the model by using an option pan. Now this can be done by clicking and holding button number 2 and moving your mouse as required. You can see the model moves according to the motion of your mouse. Next we will see how to zoom in and zoom out. In order to zoom, click and hold button number 2, click button number 3 and release it. Now move your mouse back to zoom out, forward to zoom in. I repeat, click and hold button number 2, click once and release button number 3. Move forward to zoom in, move backward to zoom out. Now you can practice it once. Now we will see the rotation of a body, how we can rotate using a mouse keys. In order to rotate the body, click button number 2, click button number 3 and move your mouse. The body is going to rotate. Now you can also define the point of rotation. Let us take this as a point of rotation. Click button number 2, click and hold button number 2, click and hold button number 3 and rotate it. You will see the body rotating about the point of rotation. Now this point you can make anywhere. The point of rotation can be anywhere. Let us say we will make it on the body of a part. So click button number 2. Now click and hold button number 2. You can see this point of rotation at the intersection of the axis, visible in orange color. Now hold button number 2, hold button number 3 and rotate it. You can see the body is rotating about the desired point of rotation. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Let us meet in next tutorial. Hi, welcome to this tutorial on Introduction to CATIA V5 Part 2. In this tutorial, we are going to see keyboard hotkeys used in CATIA V5, documents in CATIA V5, save management, product tree, and compass view. So before we see the hotkeys, you need to download the file named hotkeys. This file is located next to this current video. You can download it and refer it. Once you download it, the first thing you need to do is take a printout of it and stick it near your workstation so that you can refer it again and again. Now the importance of hotkeys, it increases your speed, and this is going to be a very important thing. Unless you use hotkeys, your speed will not increase. Let's see the hotkeys. There are a number of hotkeys. You must be familiar with few. Like if you go from below, undo Ctrl plus Z, redo Ctrl Y, paste Ctrl V, copy Ctrl C, cut Ctrl X, update Ctrl U, search Ctrl F, document printing Ctrl P, save document Ctrl S. These keys are similar to what you are using in Microsoft Office. There are other specific keys meant for CATIA V5. You can just practice it once you start doing your work. Let's try few keys. Let's open a new document, Ctrl N. Ctrl N. You can see the document is open. You can select it, part, and you can save. Let's say save the document. Ctrl S. Ctrl S. So it can be saved. Click here and your document is saved. So let's see different types of documents and CAD file in CATIA V5. I have opened few files. You can see this in window. The first file is in the form of .cat part. The second file is also in the form of .cat part. The third file is also in the form of .cat part. So this is one form of file. Whenever you design or model a single part, it will be saved as .cat part. Now when you assemble different parts, it is going to be saved as .cat product. Now when you make the drawing of this assembly or individual parts, it is going to be saved as .cat drawing. I repeat, once you make the drawing of this assembly or individual part, the files are going to be saved in the form .cat drawing. We can see an example. This file is saved in the form of .cat drawing. So once again we will see the individual part, it is saved in the form of .cat part. The assembly is saved in the form of .cat product. and the drawing is saved in the form of .cat drawing. So these are the three forms of files we are going to see in CATIA V5. So now we will be seeing save management feature. This is one of the unique feature in CATIA V5 which helps to save individual files when you are carrying out a big assembly, and it will help you to avoid having messes. So to begin it, first download the three files, the file number 3.1, 3.2 and 3.3, and save it at a defined location. Open all the three files. Once you open all the three files, you can see all the three files in window. Now to see save management, go to file. Here you can find save management. Once you click on it, a window will pop up. It will show some details of save management. These are all the three files that you have opened. It will show the status of the file. The status can be open, modified or new. Now comes the name that you have given to your files, location, the action that you have taken. If you have done some modification, here it will be mentioned, and access, whether it is a read, write or read and write. Okay. Prefer always to keep enable independent save on. Once you click on it, a warning will be shown saying that few data will be lost, but you can just click it, ignore it and click it. Okay. This is one of the important and unique feature CATIA V5 is having, which you may not be able to find in few other softwares. Okay. Now let's see how we can play with this, how it is going to benefit. Let's try something. Okay, let's go to the assembly, do certain modification, go to part. I'll just change the depth of this part. I'll make it 80. I've reduced the depth, or you can say the length of this part. So once the changes are done, let's go to save management. Now here, out of three files, you can see two files are modified. One, the assembly, and second, the individual part which we have modified it. So you can see the status is modified. Okay, both the files are modified. Let's tick enable independent save. Now you can save these two files independently. If you don't untick, and if you save any one file, other file will get automatically saved. So let's save it. You can see the action, it is saved. Now if you don't want it to save, you can just reset it and the action will be removed. Okay, let's close it. Let's open a new file, new part file. Again, let's see save management. You can see here one more file is added, that is a new file. Now here you don't have a save option, here you have only a save as option. So you can give any name, you can say test, save it. So the file will be renamed as test and it is a new file. If you do certain changes, it will be modified. Let's try. Let's make certain changes. Let's draw and see something. Let's again go to save management, and you can see the status of new file is modified as we have done certain sketch work. Okay, so this is all about save management. You can get an overview of the number of files that you have opened and what is the status of it, what is the action that you have taken. Okay, so this is all about save management feature. This is going to really help you when you carry out designing of a big assemblies, to monitor each file independently, what are the actions you have taken, whether you have saved it or not, to track changes in independent files and assemblies. So let's see product tree in CATIA V5. For this you need to open file number 3.3. Once it is open, on the left side you can see the product tree. The product tree will give you all the details of the number of parts that is present in your assembly. Let us click on part 2. Let us click at this point and see. It will show in detail other things that you have done to design the particular part. Like what are the planes that you have selected, what are the operations that you have done. And if you want to make changes in that, you can also go in details and make certain changes. Let us say if you want to change the sketch, click on the sketch, double click on the sketch, and your sketch is ready for a modification. Let's go back. Now if you click on this line, the assembly has gone into dark mode, but you don't have to worry on this part. Re-click it and it will come back to its original position. Now this product tree, you can use the roller and move up and down. You can use control and roller to zoom in, zoom out. The product tree is going to be very helpful for you to track the history of your designing. Let's see in detail about the product tree once we go for assembly design. So now let's see compass view. At the right top corner you can see it is the compass. If it is not visible, you can just go to view and you can find here. If you untick it, it is going to be invisible. If you tick it, it will be visible. It can be used to move the part that you have modeled. Let's see if you want to move it randomly. Click on this point. You can see you can move the body randomly. If you want to move along a specific axis, let us say Z axis, click on this axis, and now you can move the body along the Z axis. Let's try Y axis, click on this and move the body. The body is going to move along the Y axis. Now you can rotate this body. Let us try to rotate along a X axis. So for this you need to click on this point and rotate it. So it is rotating above the X axis. Let us try one more. Click this point and it is rotating along the Y axis. If you want to move it along the plane, let us say ZY plane, click on this and you can see the body is moving along the YZ plane. Let's try for XZ. It's going to move along XZ. Yeah, keep practicing. Practice it thoroughly. It is really going to help you when you do part modeling and assemblies.